Hey guys, it's Galaxy Gorilla coming at you with something a little different today. I know we're supposed to be getting the new episode of Durthu, but I decided to take a small break on that just because a couple trailers and videos have released, and I thought I'd do something a little different and I'd react to them because I am actually very excited for this new DLC because throughout the release of Total Warhammer 3, I felt like most of, if not all of the races are decent, but are lacking quite a bit from Cathay to Kislev, all the way through all the different demon races. I think they're just lacking, and I'm hoping with this new DLC, we're getting three new lords, one for each, for Kislev. Oh, geez, why am I brain farting? For Kislev, Cathay, and Zinch. Korn, Nurgle, and Slaanesh are probably going to have to wait for the next DLC, but I'm really excited for this, so let's get into it. Okay, so just from what I saw right there, that is obviously the Changeling, and I know his whole shtick is being able to turn into anybody, and it seems like a big part of his gameplay mechanic is going to be turning other factions against each other. I know this right here is the new Kislev Lord, and she seems really cool. I have no idea who she is. I don't really know too much about her faction. Wow, no, those things seem crazy. They look like Wendigos. Okay, so it seems like they're gonna be kind of similar to like what Throg does, where it's just gonna be like a large amount of monstrous infantry supported by like, bigger monsters and just maybe garbage infantry units. But honestly, they seem like really like super cool. Like even like here, hold on, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Back to her. So we're gonna have another chariot lord, similar kind of like to Grom, but she's going to be pulled on a sled by those big monsters. I wonder how good she'll be in melee combat. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so this new Cathay Lord, from what I understand, is he is the Jade Dragon, and I wonder what faction he's going to be among Cathay. If he's going to be like a new one, or if he's going to take the role of the Imperial Wardens, or maybe he'll take over. I don't remember what the one that starts to the right of Miao Yang. I think they're like the Celestial Loyalist or something. But I wonder if he's going to take one of those spots or if he's going to be somewhere else in Cathay. That's going to be interesting. Because it seems like from where the trailer is right now, he's still in Cathay. Also, if I rewind a little bit, I know this guy right here on the rock is actually a free LC Lord. I'm not sure what his name is. That'll be something I'll have to look into a little bit later. But he seems pretty cool. This all looks so cool. I'm so excited. So if we rewind again a little bit, I know this is pretty far back, but if you look through like this right here, this is what I'm really interested in. So it seems like we're getting new units to the roster. I don't know what this thing's called, but it's just like a big monstrous bird. I mean, it makes sense. Zinch is all about birds, but it seems pretty cool. We've got those the Jade Lions, and I wonder if the Gong is gonna be like a new like a supporting unit, kind of like the Skaven's Bell. But I think the Jade Lions are sick. I hope we get like Jade robot troops. I know there's a mod for that already, but like already having that in the game just sounds sick. Yeah, these guys here, the Blue Scribes. I know, you know, they're also in mods. It seems like the modding community is really on top of things. So let's hope CA can catch up and make some cool stuff for us. This thing right here seems crazy. Like it walking forward, all the tentacles coming out of the ground, it's changing the area around it, and it just immediately blasts apart the big terracotta sentinel. I know it's obviously not going to be that strong in like gameplay wise, but that's a cool. It's like the rule of cool. It's really awesome to see. And then he gets that sick transition from him like going from the dragon mode to already turning into like back to his human form, and we just get like this really cool dashing combo. And then it's revealed that everything was done by the Changeling. Everybody fighting everybody is his fault. That's like weird proportions, like three arms on one side, and I don't know how he lives like that. But you know what? He gets to be whoever he wants to be. And this comes out at the end of this month. It's a couple weeks away. That's not too far. I'm actually very excited. All right, so that's it for the trailer. I think we're going to get a lot of really cool stuff. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what CA releases in terms of like the videos and such. But let me just quickly pull up the next thing, the Changeling gameplay.
What is the worth of mortal life without a little chaos?
Bro, the first time Boris Todbringer gets acknowledged in one of these cinematics, and it's just him being trashed on by the Changeling. I will say, like, this right here, this was sick. Like, him, like, walking up, like, with the staff and then transforming.
What is the worth of mortal life without a little chaos? My staff has merely been the carrot, and I am the stick. Let the game begin.
Dude, I won't lie. Like they've gotten like really really good at making these awesome. I love watching this stuff. Like it's so okay. Let me stop rambling. Let's actually keep watching and we can talk a little bit more about the Changeling.
The Changeling, a trickster, a schemer, and a cult leader, always present but never seen. He can take on many faces, all but one, the great god Zeech himself. Excited to see the deceiving horror in action? You can order or share your thoughts below. In the Realm of Chaos campaign, the Changeling starts his journey of deception and disorder in Nordland. And in the Immortal Empires campaign, he begins his scheming in Stirland. The Changeling operates.
Okay, so it seems like you're gonna be like surrounded by enemies rather quickly, but that's nice that they're actually, well, actually no. I was gonna say, it's nice because you could have an ally in Festus, but I don't know if Festus will ally with you because you're Zinch and he's Nurgle. That's interesting. I wonder what that's gonna be like.
In the shadows and will never overtly hold a settlement, but this does not make him a horde faction. As he isn't tied to a region, he can roam about the map recruiting units from anywhere and is free from all diplomatic penalties from trespassing. His only goals are to scheme and sow chaos while his cults operate obscured within settlements he has won victory over. After winning a settlement, the Changeling can plant hidden trickster cults to the ends of creating disorder in.
Okay, so that's interesting because this is like a whole new spin on, like, I know they said he's not a horde faction, but like it seems like they did like a combination of a horde faction and an undercity faction. Like it's just kind of like the two things where you're gonna keep making these undercities while your army like roams around.
One form or another. There are two types of building chains, symbiotic and parasitic. Symbiotic buildings help the settlement grow, and of course, this helps the Changeling at the same time. The better a settlement does, the better you do. Parasitic buildings, on the other hand, cause damage and destruction, rotting the settlement and region from within. So there are a few choices to make. Do you want your host settlement to thrive, slowly die, or have a balanced give and take? For the most part, symbiotic buildings won't cause any real issues for the host settlement, and they can be blissful in their ignorance. They will provide.
Okay, so I wonder if, like, okay, obviously it's most likely going to be like the Skaven Undercities where you're going to have to balance between like the damaging buildings and the helpful buildings, like, you know, the discoverability and all that. But like I'm genuinely curious like how in-depth these buildings are because you, as you can see right here, he has a new currency kind of like similar to the Chaos Dwarves with cult supplies, and I wonder what that's going to amount to later on.
With fewer cult supplies compared to their parasitic counterparts, but that's the trade-off for remaining in the shadows. Parasitic buildings are more disruptive, upping corruption and lowering control. They also increase the chance of your cults being discovered in a settlement, meaning your cults can be booted out.
Okay, so yeah, it is just like a Skaven Undercity. All right, so you gotta have like you gotta like do your give and take.
The Warhammer world is a game board to the Changeling, and everyone in it are his pieces, all unwilling participants in his plots. This is how the Changeling has ultimate victory, by performing the ultimate scheme. But to get there, you need to perform multiple minor and grand schemes. Each theatre of war has its own set of schemes, all with different goals. Once you complete a minimum of 3 schemes in a theatre, you will be able to perform the grand scheme for that area.
Okay, so I know it said a minimum, but I'm assuming you're gonna get like better bonuses if you like actually complete everything. Oh, this is so cool. Like I really like this is how I felt when the Chorps were first like showed off. Like I don't want to wait for this stuff. This looks so fun. And like I know it's like, "Oh, you shouldn't complain, just enjoy the game." But I mean like at the same time, like this is so awesome. This is so much more in-depth.
This unlocks a quest battle that you will need to win. Once you have completed 3 grand schemes, you will be able to unlock the ultimate scheme. Who you fight in this final battle will be determined by which grand scheme you have completed over the course of your campaign. One of the Changeling's greatest tricks is the ability to become anyone he wishes. You unlock new forms by defeating that lord or hero in battle, specific schemes, or diplomatic alliances.
Okay, so if he can turn into anybody, I wonder how good of a duelist he is. Because he's got to be able to. Okay, obviously, like, it's like, oh, you auto resolve and you kill them and you get your army. But I wonder how good he is in a fight. Obviously, Skarbrand's probably going to kick his butt because Skarbrand is, probably one of the best, strongest, like, fighters in the game. But, like, against other lords, like maybe like Festus or, even Kairos, like squishier characters, I'm really not too sure.
Once you've chosen which form you wish to take from the lords and heroes you have unlocked, you can transform into them freely in battle, inheriting their strengths and weaknesses. This opens up a huge number of tactical options when planning your grand strategies, and will always keep your opponent guessing. Comment which lord you would take into battle to order or find out more.
Dude, he can turn into so many things. Like, he can even turn into the legendary heroes. Like, I see Gorich right there. I see why can't I remember his name? But anyway, I see the Blue Scribes. I see Gortrek and Felix. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. This character seems like he's gonna be nuts.
About the game, check out the links below. Along with the assortment of existing units that the forces of Zeech can access, Shadows of Change brings a few more to the Raven Gods roster. Wherever these wandering wizards go, magic and carnage is sure to follow. The Blue Scribes are the new legendary hero. They are quick and have a nasty assortment of spells to send all running. The Cockatrice is a large, single-entity flying monster. All talons, beak and tail, there is no safe place when this winged monstrosity is around. An abomination is all there is to be said for this horror. All magic and muscle, the mutilate vortex beast is the last thing many see. The Sangor are rampaging, axe-wielding monsters at heart. With Vanguard deployment, they can cause a lot of damage to the enemy. Echoed Hellgrass is your free LC hero, with high armor and a love of killing. You will also gain the Regiment of Renown units, the Sourguts, Shrieking Skyrays, and Aishan the Fallen. We hope you enjoyed this first look at the Changeling, his mechanics, and some of the new units that are coming to the Shadows of Change DLC. Yuanbo is next in the spotlight, so don't forget to subscribe so you know when that video drops. And if you wish to pre-order or...
Okay, so I think that's enough for the gameplay trailer. That's awesome. The Cathay guy's coming next. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do another reaction video depending on. But I'm like super excited for this. I know people are upset about the price tag. I'm not sure if CA will buckle and change that. But I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I hope you guys enjoyed my opinions. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this DLC, about the price tag, anything. I just want to hear from you guys. And it would really mean a lot if you would subscribe so we can keep growing the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Galaxy Gorilla out.